Due to unforeseen circumstances that us as film fans have never seen before, A Quiet Place 2 has been delayed. What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about pretty much the grand scale impact of what is going on around the world is doing to the movie industry right now, how we have seen movies like Peter Rabbit 2 and No Time to Die, and My Spy, the movie I've seen a trailer for 100 times, and we're going to keep seeing trailers because that film moved release dates. But A Quiet Place Part 2 is a tad bit bigger, a lot bigger than a movie like My Spy. And the fact that it is now announced that A Quiet Place Part 2, straight from the mouth of John Krasinski, is shifting release dates when it was supposed to come out next week. I mean, we have never seen anything like this in general, but just within the boundaries of what we're talking about on this channel, a film that big shifting its release date due to something outside of its control after it has basically spent almost all of its money on marketing saying we are coming out this next Friday, and now the release date has changed. Also, I want to throw in, if you like these kinds of news updates and you want to see Quiet Place Part 2, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. So John Krasinski tweeted this out just a tad bit earlier. To all our A Quiet Place fans, one of the things I'm most proud of is that people have said our movie is one that we have to see together. And that's true. Well, due to ever-changing circumstances of what's going on in the world around us, now is clearly not the right time to do that. As insanely excited as we all are for you to see this movie, I'm going to wait to release this film till we can see it together. So here's to our group movie date. See you soon. A Quiet Place Part 2, Take 2, JK. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. First, that JK threw me off. I'm like, just kidding? Nope. John Krasinski. It's not April Fool's yet. But like I said, it's not that No Time to Die wasn't huge, but we were still a ways out, right? At least a month at that point. But this movie was slated to come out next week. I'm really excited for it. I rarely get screenings to movies, and I actually had a chance to go see this. Now, I don't know if that specifically will be impacted, but we did hear earlier this morning that the release date in the UK was going to shift back. And after hearing that, we heard, okay, internationally in general. And once that was said, I think we were all sitting here saying, oh no, they're going to move the release date entirely. Now, this is not me saying it's not the best decision, because I believe it is the best decision. You want as many people to see this movie as possible. And the communal experience of A Quiet Place, the first one, was, in my opinion, one of my favorite things about the movie. I still loved it upon rewatch. I'm a huge fan of that first film. But the experience in the theater was what made people want to go see it in the first place. And the fact that you may not have that because of everything going on. And if you hear me trying to avoid certain words, it's because of the way that YouTube is handling that particular word, which I am not going to say, because they are actually penalizing channels for talking about that crazy enough. So I'm not going to talk specifically about what is happening in the world or what's happening with the NBA or the NCAA, even though it's crazy, it's chaotic. We've never seen anything like this in life. But like I said, this channel is talking about movies, and if a film like A Quiet Place 2 is shifting release dates and No Time to Die a month out, well, even though Disney was very, we're not moving, we're not going anywhere with Black Widow, now that things have taken a turn for the worse, I feel like Disney is going to start maybe paying a bit more attention to the fact that they want people to see Black Widow. And if no one's gone out of their houses and nobody's going to the movie theater, and I'm talking both internationally and the way things are going in the United States, I feel like more people are going to opt to just stay home and watch Netflix and Disney Plus, which, you know, we can still talk about those things. But if the movie industry begins to start slowly shutting down entirely, that's not good for this channel, that's not good for us as movie fans, and that's not good for fans who want to see movies like Black Widow. And I think at this point, it's too close to move Mulan, but they just moved to Quiet Place Part 2, so is it too close to move Mulan? Guys, I don't know. I don't know where things are going or what all is happening, but A Quiet Place Part 2 now has no release date because it has been moved, but it has not been placed. I feel like Krasinski and everyone involved, they're just going to sit and wait, but the problem is they may have to shuck out just a bit more money on marketing, because if you have a new release date, you have to make fans aware of that. So that's going to cost this movie and the studio. But at the end of the day, even though I'm such a big fan of this franchise at this point, I am bummed, but that's a very selfish thing to say. I think this is the best decision for the studio. This was supposed to be a huge money maker. It's a smart business decision. I think Krasinski and whoever else was involved in making this decision, I'm sure the studio had the biggest part in it. I think they all made the right choice, and you want people to show up to the theater, and you want people to feel safe. I know the movie theater hasn't really made us fans feel the safest that we can possibly feel, so you want it to feel as safe as possible. So it's a good decision at the end of the day, in my opinion. But I want to know, what do you guys have to say about this? And not even necessarily what's going on around the world. What are your thoughts on A Quiet Place 2 moving release dates? And my biggest thing that I need from you all is, when do you think it will come out? Will it be 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Give me a date. And if you guys nail the actual release date, I will take those screenshots and add you into my Quiet Place review. Maybe next week, if I still get to go to the screening, and if not, well, eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let me know if you'd like to see more news updates like this. You're the best. I'll see you soon.